All right. Welcome, Patreons. Let's get to it. Here is what's going on, people. We are having a rough day battling a billion-dollar industry. They don't like you to know things and have information. So they keep wanting you to buy the fluff that they send you. And as this world keeps spinning, they want you to be confused. They want to keep you on that Ferris wheel as this globe is spinning around. Now it's up to you if you're going to remain on the globe or not. Okay, that is exclusively up to you. But me, I'm going to continue to tell the people the truth and what they want to hear and what they feel they need to hear. Let's start with the NBA, the National Basketball Association. The NBA has been in a steady decline for years. And you saying, well, damn, they're getting so much money. How the hell are they in a decline? See, advertisers out there, they return the national televised NBA games in a big way this season, right? See, this is what you don't understand. As people spend on telecasts about 114% from the COVID shortened seasons, right? All that money was drying up. And you can go to ispot.tv, right? That's where they do the analyzing all the data. Is ispot.tv. And what that is a full 82 game season led by brands and all the marketing. You're looking at a TV ad rate that they spend about $449 million, almost 450 million, very close on national air TV games. They did 209 million last year with 72 games. So with 10 more added games, the uptick is 14%. So, right, everybody keep talking about less games. You're losing millions of dollars in ad revenue money the less games you play. See, this year the NBA went up with the revenue because it's more about international. Now, the leader is State Farm. State Farm plays almost $14 million a year, a season, really, for their TV spots. This is per, iSpot TV. So the ad revenue money is about 14 million and it goes to the NBA. So that's why you see State Farm commercials all throughout the NBA. It's an official NBA sponsor. Google/Google Phones. That's what they say, Google Phones, because what they do is they pretty much promote AT&T Wireless, T-Mobile. They got a lot of things, but Google Phones is what it's listed under because they have a contract to distribute their content through Google on phones. So it's a whole different thing there. It's like three brands. That is number two. They spend almost 12 million. Taco Bell spends almost 11 million at 10.8. Then number four is Geico. Geico is spending about 10.4, and AT&T Wireless they make a contract for 10 million flat. The NBA is not going to turn that money down. Kia, cars, sports, whatever, 8.4 million. American Express, 8 million. T-Mobile, 8 million. CarMax, 7.9. Progressive, 7.4. Now, Progressive is doing better than State Farm in insurance, and they're spending almost 50% less money to advertise on the NBA. Progressive have more older drivers, State Farm has a lot of young drivers, and they have a large turnover ratio of dropping people. Like 2 years, a lot of people drop State Farm or they get dropped by State Farm. Now, Modelo is involved too. That's one of their biggest ad, like most seen ad brands through the NBA season of 21 and 22 season. Was State Farm was number one with the photo shoot that they did. And I think they had Drake in there that had 171 million impressions. The Modelo with Dame Lillard, the Fighting Spirit, had 152 million views. Right? So this is for Patreon too. So you guys will be able to see this. If I ever make this live on NBA regular YouTube, then it'll be so long down the road. Y'all don't even know how far y'all behind. By the time I make this thing like legit, it might actually be going down. The NBA anthem from Google phones, 150.8 million. Coors Light, the mascots, that did 149 million impressions. Heineken Cheers with no alcohol, 146 million. Nissan electric cars for electric drivers did 144 million views. State Farm rings, 143 million. Gatorade, the moment possibilities are born, 143 million. CarMax, call your shots, instant offers, 131 million. Wingstop, the gym, 123 million. Now, those are the top ranked out of all those advertisers they have. Now, don't forget, they have movies that come in. It's a big motion picture like Disney and all of these things. They do the NBA makes some money off that when Disney want to run some ads through the NBA and all of those situations there. Now, the NFL and the NBA are kind of cross brand with one another when it comes to these sponsorships. Some of them have more lucrative outcomes than you know. But let's stick with the NBA right now. The NBA is trying to expand, and COVID stopped them before because they were getting ready to do what they did this year is expand out to Paris. And they want to start all these little tournament of games using real NBA teams competing with EuroLeague teams in basketball. They're going to rent a team out, let them play games in Paris and London, and put them in tournaments and give out trophies so they can play the world's best players over there. Now, here's the thing, that's kind of a distraction to the rest of the league, but he's looking like Adam Silver's like, we're not going to be sending over the Lakers. We're going to be sending over like teams that don't make the playoffs. We're going to be sending guys over there for tournaments overseas. Teams that's like out of it. So they don't understand because they only look at the dollar value. This dilutes your league. Like you handing out a trophy for saying this team here is the best at this moment in time. Okay, they're good at that moment in time, but what is that doing for the rest of the league? That makes your league cheap. What are you? They're not worried about what Americans think about what they doing in Paris. They're doing that for the people over in Paris because they created their own currency. They don't even deal with the francs no more. They created their own currency line. They're rolling in dough. They want they want all that money that they're making. They want a piece of that euro money. They can care about them less about the Americans that watch the games here because they know Americans don't spend money on the NBA. They don't even watch the games. So why they keep marketing to people that ain't watching the games? They're doing anything else. They're on their phones. They're TikToking. They don't even care about the game. They care if somebody slip and fall, and they'll watch it on TikTok. Oh, look at this! It's TikToking. Look at this. Look how you fell. Oh, I love it. They don't care about the game. So the people that love the game is coming far few and in between, and you're trying to market the wrong damn thing. You're marketing a 38-year-old bum as the face of your sport. It's like you're afraid to take the leap forward and trust in marketing your young talent. Now, this is why um, you see Joker, you see all these other players are getting away. Well, I wouldn't say getting away with, but they're pretty much doing what they want to do on their own terms. Most of the Euro players are getting all the breaks because that's where the money is. The more Euro players they get, the more the Euro people are watching, and they want to be able to go and see these guys play. So they would have to travel to the United States, and they will, to come see their favorite Euro players play. So what they're doing is they're moving the brothers element back and bringing in the Euros because they got the money. So they want to go to London like the NFL's been doing every year, go play that one game in London and make a fortune so that the people in London get to see the NFL players because they remember they see the Super Bowl every year and it's all these teams excited to see the game. Well, when you look at it and you see what they're actually planning, they're cross branding. They want to use LeBron to sell their games. And they're gonna like it's basically like a loan. Like, hey, I want LeBron to come here. I want him to have some involvement in what we're doing. So therefore, LeBron can be a part owner in the NFL team and be a part owner in the NBA team. They want to borrow LeBron. And LeBron wants to play ball because he wants to be a part owner. When they open up a team in Vegas, he wants an NBA team and he wants an NFL team. So again, bad decisions. Now, these tournaments, what happens if a player gets hurt and a player overseas get hurt or they get into a fight? How is that going to be officiated? They don't call fouls like they do here in the United States. Certain things aren't that are legal there are not legal here in the States. So that's the direction they're going in. They're going in for tournaments and little mini tournaments on the side, trying to make an NCAA thing out of it. Have some one game tournaments. Right. Like the seventh and eighth seed got to play in a tournament. That's why it don't make any sense. The play in. I was like, the play in should be with players who didn't make it. Why are you having a tournament for people that already made it to the playoffs? It's the dumbest thing ever. So it's not like college where they're giving teams that would never have a normally have a shot an opportunity to play against the best team in college. That's huge for their university. So it's not like you're giving that opportunity to like the Pistons or somebody. You're giving this opportunity to some people that was like outside the bubble, throwing them in there and throwing people that actually made it in there as well. Like, we know you made the playoffs, but we need you to be in the play-in. It's like, the, the hell I need to do it here? Our team, we won enough games. Why the hell do we need to be in a play-in situation to see if we made it when we already made it? So yeah, in the NBA, you could lose a game at any night. Just have an off night and y'all lose. So that eliminates everything you did all season. Bye bye. And you made the playoffs, but you didn't make the playoffs because they put you on a plane. It's goofy. Yeah, giving out MVP awards at the end of the year is not going to mean anything now, because now they're giving trophies to the team that has the best record at the end of the year. They get a trophy for that now. Huh? It's going to be a banner for that too? Best record in the league? Banner? Okay. Yeah, it's a mess. So get ready for it. Now let's get to our NFL. Woo! Now, the NFL's in a whole different boat. The NFL has much bigger rosters, much bigger markets. Um, their biggest ad revenue people and company, and they're spending tons and tons of millions on the NFL, is Verizon. Verizon is the number one in there, right with Progressive. This is why Progressive don't really advertise in the NBA as much. They'll put a little money in that. But just for one season in the NFL, they spend 233 million in the NFL. Now let that sink in. For a season of 16 games, including not including the playoffs. 16, 17 games in the NFL. They spend Progressive is spending $233 million. In the NBA, they're spending 7. Well, the thing is, they get about 400 million. The NBA, like 450 million in advertisement revenue. They make that. The NFL make that in like 2 clubs. Period. They have all the top auto and general insurance brands in the world. Progressive, Geico, State Farm, USAA, Allstate, Liberty Mutual, Farmers, Nationwide. They have all of these coming through the NFL. and they're coming with big bucks. Nationwide can't afford it. They just put 3 million in just to get their jingle in. Nationwide is on your side. Farmers, they only can spend 16. Liberty Mutual only spends like 20. They can't really get out there like the rest of them. Like Allstate, they spend about 84 million in ad revenue as a brand. Geico and Progressive and State Farm, those are the giants in the field. USAA spent 100 million in ad revenue because they know the NFL and the military are like neck and neck. Um, you got truck companies, more car ads come here, like Ford Motor Truck advertises a lot through the NFL, Chevrolet, Lowe's, Samsung Mobile, the Burger King contract, Honda. You have Toyota, T-Mobile, Geico, like we just said before. But Walmart is actually did a deal with the NFL, and they spent 123 million. Walmart don't have a deal with the NBA; they have it with the NFL. So the NFL is doing about $6.2 billion, 800 brands, 6.2 billion in advertising during the NFL telecast in a season. That's about 17, 18 games. So they're not in the same ballpark, people. This is like not the same ballpark. They make like 7 times what the NBA makes in revenue. Like it's not even close. But it's crazy that the NBA players are getting all this money. They're getting paid all the money though. They got better contracts for players than the NFL. That's the truth. Unless you're a quarterback, everybody else is not getting a fair shake. Well, the NFL wants to be greedy. They want more money. So what they're going to do is to expand because people are not watching the Super Bowl as much. They don't like that. They saw a drop in the Super Bowl like last year with the Rams and who's that? The Rams and the Bengals. That didn't do as well as they thought. And those numbers were down. And because it was down, it scared a lot of them. And they got like really defensive. Like, we got to get Mahomes in here. So Mahomes come in there and they played Philly, the Eagles. So it was really just selling the Kansas City Chiefs and getting Mahomes back in there. Now you got Mahomes back in. What you finna do now? They go into what they call an event attraction. So they start making events and attractions, and the NFL is really good with their connection with the fans as far as the NFL experience. So it's not like the NBA finals and you get to go out and do stuff. There's nothing like the NFL does it. You get to run around, do events, and all these things. The NBA should take a page out of their book when it comes to marketing to family. They market better with family. Football and family is gives a lot way longer way than basketball. Now, here's what the NFL is planning on doing, which is really effing stupid. By adding an extra game, you've added more problems. Now, that one extra week is costing people because people are playing less, so they're using the regular season to get in shape. And by the time the teams start really getting themselves in the groove, you have all these early injuries. Now they're talking about for the Thursday night football game. Like that's gonna be like the mystery game. We don't know which game is gonna be on Thursday night. And no one's gonna know until it's like almost 2 weeks away. So when you try to prepare your schedule for a team and you know which nights you're playing Thursday nights, you can pretty much saying, okay, My team got to be prepared. We got to have a short week this week. Now they're giving you 2 weeks that you don't know when that's going to be. They're just going to spring it on you. Like, what is the point of that? Then they're going to have more international games. They're going to try to squeeze in more international games over the few years with this London. And now they want to do one in Paris as well, like the NBA. They're going to go London, Paris, France, and try to put more football games together. Yep. And guess what they're going to do? Same thing the NBA did, talking about putting together some type of mini tournament or have a team in London. That's it, a London team. And that team is going to commute. And they're going to have teams to go over there and play them and get their 2 games out. Then they fly back. Another team flies out there, get their 2 games in. Then another team comes out. And then that London team will take a trip to the United States. And then they'll play 2 games here in the United States. It is so stupid the way they got this mapped out. And it's going to cause a lot of problems, but they're looking at the money. So that's what you're going to be seeing in the near future for the NFL. Mystery game night. We don't know who's going to play. It is so damn stupid. You're trying to fix something that isn't broken. The game is not broken. Okay, if you stop trying to control the outcomes and let people just play football, you're going to have better results. You ruined your own Super Bowl trying to control a narrative and trying to sell a product. That's terrible. It was disgusting to see. I'm still like disturbed by it. Listen, I don't care how you hit the quarterback. This is the commissioner of the NFL. And you tell them out there ain't no conspiracy? I don't care how you hit the quarterback. Now, why is he saying that? Because the black quarterback, Russell Wilson, look at this. He's definitely, oh, look at that. Is this excessive? Now, everybody remembers that play. He don't care how he hits the quarterback. And you know what makes him happy? Have you ever seen Roger Goodell get hugged by a man and lift up off his feet like in a Super Bowl? The commissioner is getting lifted up by a player on another team. It kind of looked like you set this up. See? Look at it. Celebrating with the other team. That looks like a very neutral human being right there. That's the commissioner of the goddamn NFL. A $6 billion monster who told my video it cannot move on YouTube. I kid you not. Soon as I put that video up saying, why isn't he behind bars? That video is not suggested. It don't say suggested nowhere on there. Look at that. Look at where the numbers went. And it's only 50 seconds long. My average is over about 14,000, almost 12,000 to 15,000. Look where it's at. That thing is not finna get up to nowhere near there. That thing's gonna be a line going all the way over here. Might hit 5,000 or something like 3 or 4,000. What is going on? Fewer views from YouTube recommendations. That's correct. Why isn't that happening? They don't like that video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double down some more. And make more problems for myself. I can't help it. I've always fought the power and didn't stay down. They'd be like, stay down, Rocky, stay down. I'd be like, F that. Yeah, it's been a lot of problems lately. But that's what's really going on here. So I'm not going to hold you, but that is what's happening right now with the NFL. And they finna have strikes. It's going to be collective bar. I won't say strikes. They finna go back to the table soon. They got extended because of COVID. So they want to we got to agree with roll over with what's already in play. And we just got to, deal with it. But other than that, we're going to start moving forward. Yeah, so we're going to definitely start talking more business this week. So this is the business financial buzz. We got the killing of Michael Jackson that should be out today. Part 4, no cap, be out today. So on that note, we're out.